life is my life. Your life is your life. I'm going to take these opportunities. When we as brothers no longer become additive to each other, and it feels like you or I are trying to take from one another.
When it's convenient for you, we're brothers. But then when it's not, you do the exact opposite of like, we're completely separate. So like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do as well.
All right, everybody, let's start straightforwardly. The combat sports world is rocked, the internet is humming, and fans all across are either rejoicing or scratching their heads in wonder. You did indeed hear correctly. Jake Paul recently wrecked Conor McGregor.
$50 million offer this morning. $50 million cash, proof of funds. The biggest fight offer you've ever been offered, but you're scared to fight me, Conor. You're ducking me because you don't want to lose to a fucking YouTuber.
Even flying a banner over Miami that read, Conor McGregor is scared of Jake Paul.
Yo, you see that?
Let's dissect this massive clash, blow by blow, and just how we arrived at the moment that has everyone talking. Let us establish the scene now before we go further.
Doesn't he just get in the ring with you?
But that's what I was saying is he's on Twitter, he's on his yacht, he's on cocaine, but he's not in the ring with me.
The YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul is the man everyone hates. He is the problem child who has built his career proving others wrong. On the other side, we've got Conor McGregor, the notorious one, the UFC icon, a guy who's been a powerful force.
Obviously, I don't think he's ready to be back in the UFC. I think he will get his ass kicked thoroughly.
Yep.
These fighters are elite. They take this very seriously, and their definition of being in shape and ready to fight isn't bloating themselves up with muscles and looking good in a mirror.
In combat sports for years. This was, on paper, a matchup that appeared, let's be honest, rather insane. In sports, however, particularly in combat sports, nothing is ever really impossible. And young
cocaine, but he's not in the ring with me. And so until he does that, I don't want to hear any more shit.
Wait, what was what's the injury again? He broke a toe?
Did this struggle show that? The buzz building up to this battle was incredible. As usual, Jake remained his sharp self, berating McGregor in every interview, slights him on social media, and even parodies his notorious stride. Conor, in classic McGregor manner,
Yeah, he's a broken man, but he's entertaining, and that's why I still like Conor McGregor. But
no, he's the most entertaining.
Well, yeah,
no, he's the most entertaining.
And so is Ryan Garcia, but they're both crashed out cokeheads.
Come on, there's a big difference.
I don't know. It's pretty.
Miss Jake as a clown, someone who didn't belong in the same discourse, much alone the same ring. But here's the thing with Jake Paul: love him or loathe him, the man understands how to sell a fight. He turned the build-up into a spectacle, and come fight night, the world was watching. When the bell rung, you could sense the tension. Everyone was on the edge of their seats. Jake came out aggressive, his eyes laser-focused, and his game plan was apparent. He was there to make a point, to demonstrate that he wasn't simply a YouTuber playing boxer. McGregor, on the other hand, opened with his customary swagger. But something was different. Maybe it was ring rust, maybe it was underestimating Jake, or maybe it was simply one of those nights. Whatever the cause, Conor didn't appear like the same fighter who dominated the UFC octagon. The first few rounds were tough. Jake was firing powerful punches, and although Conor ducked and responded like the veteran he is, you could tell Jake's strength was having difficulties. And let's talk about Jake's strategy. It was excellent. He attacked Conor's body early, wearing him down, and then went for the head with accurate punches. By the third round, the tide was changing. Conor was slowing down, his counters were becoming sloppier, and Jake's confidence was building. Then came the moment that altered everything. Round 4. Jake unleashed a stunning right hook that put Conor to the canvas. The arena erupted. Conor got up, because of course he did, he's a warrior, but you could see he was pained. Jake didn't let up. He scented blood in the water and went in for the finish. A barrage of blows, each one more vicious than the previous, until the referee stepped in. It was over. Jake Paul has just knocked out Conor McGregor. Let it settle in for a minute. Jake Paul knocked out Conor McGregor. It's the type of statement that seems bizarre, even unreal, and yet here we are. The internet erupted. Fans and detractors alike couldn't believe what they had just watched. Some were applauding Jake's success, calling it the ultimate underdog tale. Others were making excuses for Conor, blaming everything from his preparation to his attitude. But the truth remains. Jake Paul performed what many felt was impossible. So what does this imply for both fighters? For Jake Paul, this is a career-defining moment. He's no longer simply a YouTuber who boxes. He's a real fighter who just knocked down one of the greatest names in combat sports. This triumph will vault him into a new level of popularity and respect, whether people like it or not. It's a turning moment that cements his standing in the boxing world and opens the door for even larger contests in the future. For Conor McGregor, this defeat is a difficult pill to stomach. He's a boxer who's built his reputation on being the greatest, on overpowering his opponents, and on proving naysayers wrong. To lose to someone like Jake Paul, who's still relatively new to the sport, is a significant blow. But if there's one thing we know about Conor, it's that he's resilient. This isn't the end for him. It's a setback, certainly, but it's also a chance for a return. And being Conor, he'll come back stronger. Let's not ignore the influence this battle has on the sport itself. Jake Paul has been a contentious figure in boxing, but he's also brought a lot of attention to the sport. Love him or loathe him, he's getting people talking about boxing again. And this fight versus Conor McGregor is evidence that he's more than just a sideshow. He's a disruptor, someone who's altering the game in a manner that's never been done before. And let's speak about the business side of things. This bout was a tremendous payout for both combatants.